Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss very important topic. Yesterday I have taught you how to find adjoint of matrix of square matrix. Today we will learn inverse of matrix. It's a very important topic as far as this exam is concerned. This is one of the important topic. Inverse of matrix. I would say what is the definition? How can we create the definition? Let A is any square matrix, then another matrix, look at properly, B, another square matrix B will be called inverse of A if or when you can search AB is equal to I or BA is equal to I. So you are being a little bit surprised that what is its meaning. I would say A is known matrix, anything like that. A is known matrix. If you can search such a matrix B where the multiplication of these two should I, I meaning unit matrix, then B will be called inverse of A. Vice versa is also possible, meaning that BA should be A also, meaning that B you should search so that B into A should equal to I. That time also in both condition B is called inverse of A. B is inverse of A. So ultimately I would say that A will be given matrix. You have to search matrix B such that AB into A into B is equal to I or B into A is equal to I. In whole of that, I would say B is none else. B is the inverse of A. Or whatever you are reading, write an equation. B is inverse of A. B is inverse of A. B is equal to A inverse. So whatever your B, which is none else, it is actually A inverse. So if you have any square matrix, what is A inverse? Which is B. Such that A into B or B into A should be identity matrix. Okay, so if we want to find some conclusions, some standard results by adding these two, I would have something. Would you think AB equal to I? This is very standard one. Now B is equal to A inverse. Can you put here B is equal to A inverse? When B is equal to A inverse, you will put A into A inverse will be I. So it's a standard one. Whenever any matrix is multiplying its inverse, always identity matrix comes. Or when you will go with this, BA is equal to also I. When B is equal to A inverse will be put here. So again a standard result comes. What? A inverse into A is equal to again I. So keep in your mind that if any matrix is multiplied in its inverse, always identity matrix come, or the inverse of A multiplying itself A, always I. So A into A inverse or A inverse into A always comes I. So keep also these two results in your mind. And this time this is the initial definition, but how to find A inverse I will tell you later on. So first remember this board. This is an important one. Okay, let me go on the next concept, which is actually again the inverse of matrix, but in application how we can find out A inverse, that is only to tell you. Okay, look at here. Suppose A is given 1, 2, 3, 5, minus 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and you are told find A inverse. So initially you will think that search out A inverse equal to B or something. B search out B from anywhere so that A into B equal to I. Meaning you will try that it is your duty to find such a matrix which is called B so that your answer should be I. That initial may come in your mind that it is given matrix A, you have to search B such that the multiplication should be I. So it will come firstly in your mind that according to the definition of inverse, you will first think this, that B is your answer. B is what? Inverse of A. such that these two will be this one. Okay, but according to the procedure of the A inverse, you don't have to think all. So what you have to think? Okay, let me explain. Yesterday we had a good concept, A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant A into I. This concept we had actually studied yesterday. It was a very good concept. For any square matrix it is always true. Okay, so I want to take according to the convenient these two sections. You also can take these two, but it should be present. It should be present. So initially I am taking adjoint A into A is equal to determinant A into I. I took this one. Now what I am going to tell you, look at properly. I am multiplying pre-multiplication. Pre-multiplication meaning, I first let me write completely. Pre-multiply by A inverse both sides. Very important sentence. Post. What is the meaning of post multiplication? Post meaning you have to multiply by A inverse from right side. If it is pre-multiplication meaning you have to multiply by A inverse from the left side. So actually very important in matrix, the multiplication position you have to explain. From where you are multiplying, from right side or from left side. From left side multiplication called pre-multiplication. From right side multiplication called a post multiplication. So post multiply by A inverse both sides. What is meaning? Very simple meaning it is adjoint A into A already was there. I am multiplying by A inverse post multiply from right side. So it is determinant A into I into A inverse from right side. So it's very simple thing. It is written. Now what is next? Adjoint A into A inverse is none else. A into A inverse is equal to I. So I'm writing I here. I. Determinant A will be same. Here it is I into this. So it was very simple thing which is, it should be in your mind that any matrix A, B or C something like that, when you multiply in I is a unit matrix, or reverse, I into A always comes A. Because I is itself an identity matrix, when it is multiplying in A or A multiplied in I always gives a own A. Like here, if any matrix A inverse is none else, again a matrix. So any matrix is multiplying in I or I multiplying A inverse gives self matrix A inverse. Here also adjoint A is none else, it is again a matrix. So when it matrix into I gives the same because it is identity matrix equal to determinant A into A inverse, and determinant A is itself a number. You should remember that determinant A is itself a number. So you can transfer to the number in denominator. So adjoint A upon what can come? Determinant A. You transfer, it is in division, now it is in multiplication. So this is finally you got the procedure, the formula of A inverse. And you should remember A inverse is only exist when A inverse is only exist when determinant A should not 0. When determinant A should be 0, A inverse will not be exist. So whenever A will be given as a square matrix and you will be told to find A inverse, you don't have to think this concept. It's a beginning, but according to the question you would have only A, and think about, you don't have to do all this work, think about this formula. This is a formula. So what required thing? It is here in A inverse. You need adjoint A. You already know, yesterday we had a good class of adjoint A. You know it. And about determinant A, it is again not a new thing, because determinant A is very simple for you. So just find both of the things. Keep remember, determinant A should not 0. If it is coming 0, your work should stop right there with writing that A inverse does not exist. But if determinant is not equal to 0, you have to find the adjoint A and write it in this way, it will be your A inverse. So this is a simple concept of A inverse. Okay, so I think it is a good one. You have learned it from your side very well. And let me now make a question from your textbook. What says question? It is from the I'm telling you here, question number 9 or 9, 7, 8, 10, all are similar questions. So 3 by 3 matrices I'm taking here. It is 2, 1, 3, 4, minus 1, 0, minus 7, 2 and 1. Find inverse of the matrix. This is a question. Okay, so first of all, in your book A is not given. You simply take A equal to or B equal to, something like that. So I'm taking A equal to. I want inverse, meaning A inverse. So the procedure says, what is A inverse? I taught the formula. Adjoint A upon determinant A. So you will first find determinant A. So why? Because determinant A will give us the information about the existence of A inverse. If determinant A comes 0, meaning not exist. Okay, so first of all, I'll find determinant A, which is well known from your side, I think. Open it. 2. Along the first row, don't forget, along the first row with the minor, plus, minus, plus. 2. It's minor, drop this into this, into this. Minus second element, drop these two, 4 ones are 4, minus 7, 0, 0. Plus last element 3, drop these two elements, 4 2s are 8, minus 7 1s are 7. Lastly I would say 2 into minus 1, minus 2, these two will be minus 4 and these two will be 1 1 3s are 3. And lastly answer is 6 3 3, which is actually not 0, meaning A inverse is exist. Now in determinant A already we found. Next step is adjoint A. So only adjoint A. Yesterday we had a good class of adjoint A. We will go with adjoint. Now we know Cij, which is initial formula. I will suggest you every time you have to write this formula and go with C11, C12. And that time you need not take the time. C11, meaning cofactor of this element. These two dropped, 1 1s are 1, 2 0s are 0 with plus sign. I taught you plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. It is alternatively because all actually comes following this. So I am not writing minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, something like that. Directly follow plus, minus only. So give your answer here, minus 1. Minus 1. Now C12 says negative sign because the 1 into 3. C12 meaning cofactor of this dropped, 1 4s are 4 and minus 7 into 0. So answer is minus 4. C13 meaning positive sign, cofactor of this dropped, 4 2s are 8, minus 7 1s are 7. So answer 1. C21, C11, C12, C1, C21 meaning cofactor of 4. Negative sign because it is coming odd. So these two dropped, 1 1s are 1 and 3 2s are 6. So answer is 5. C22 is positive sign. So cofactor of minus 1, these two drop, 1 2s are 2, minus 21 plus 21. So answer is 23. C23, it's itself negative sign. So cofactor of 0, these two dropped, 2 2s are 4, 7 1s are 7, minus 7 plus 7. C31, positive sign, cofactor of minus 7, these two dropped, 0 into 1, minus 3 1s are 3 plus 3. And C32, itself a negative sign, cofactor of minus 2, these two dropped, 0 into 2, and 4th is a 12. And lastly, it's a C33, cofactor of 1, these two dropped, positive sign comes, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. So these all, hope calculation will be correct because I didn't check once more, and will find C. So what I taught you, C11, C12. Actually the matrices are formed by the cofactor of all the elements of matrix A. So this is minus 1, this is minus 4, 1, 5, 23, 11, minus 11, 3, 12, minus 6. And lastly I would say adjoint of A, which is actually transpose of C. So adjoint of A is equal to C dash is minus 1 minus 4 1 5 23 11 3 12 minus 6. This is adjoint A. What you want to find out? A inverse. What A inverse formula? Adjoint A upon determinant A. So write adjoint A, which is again same. Upside it is written. And lastly, determinant A. Determinant A is itself minus 3, which will be written of the denominator of matrices, which is actually will be written here at that side. It is in denominator. So it is not good to write in the denominator of whole the matrices, so that just beside it you can write like that. Okay, now this time you can engage to minus 3 whole of the matrices in denominator either, or you can drop like that. In this way also it is acceptable. This is an answer, this is A inverse. So hope student, this is a very so-called method you have got. You just have to find both of the things. First check from your side the existence of the inverse by finding determinant A. When it is equal to 0, it does not exist. When it is not equal to 0, A inverse exists. Then later on you are independent to find out onward C11 to the C33. All elements, cofactor, form your C, find out its dash, which is adjoint A, and then use a formula and get your answer. So it is good enough. I don't think that's the trouble. It's a trouble. You can get it easily. So it was inverse, and how we found the inverse you saw here. Let me tell you some more questions which is based on that. Let me write here the property of inverse. It is nothing special, but still, like in the property of the transpose I have taught, transpose. Similarly, the properties of inverse is coming. So famous one, two famous actually properties here. First, A into B, first of addition I want to say something. A plus B whole inverse can be written in separation part. First. Second, importantly, A into B whole inverse, which is B inverse into A inverse. Very important of that. Second one. It is again a formula. Question also. Question may become by giving A and B two matrix. We have a further question, upcoming questions. Third, inverse of matrix is equal to self matrix. So these are some. Fourth one is very important also. When any matrix, any constant is multiplying in A, when you will find its inverse, very important that K also accept the inverse and A also accept the inverse. Now you are thinking that you have reversed this in this way you had written. This time why you didn't? This time A and B both were the matrices. So application like that. This time K is not the matrix. K is a number. So it is written like that. But it is also very good meaning that K inverse is itself 1 by K into A inverse. But A inverse cannot be written 1 by A. Keep in mind, K is a constant, so that it is written like that. So keep in mind that K into A whole inverse will be 1 by K and A inverse. You know that how to find A inverse. Okay, now these were the properties. Now, based on this property, we had a good question in your book. So I want to take this question, example number 25. Example number 25, I want to start, okay, let me rub all, because from the video you can catch, you can see as many times this video. Write in your copy also. Okay, example number 25 seems good. If A is equal to 2, 3, 1 and minus 4, B is equal to 1 minus 2 and minus 1, 3, verify that AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. It is verify that it is itself a property. But this time we have to verify by when A is given and B is given. So before starting this concept, this question, let me ask you one question. It was yesterday's lecture, and the concept I told, whenever A is given, it's a 2 by 2 guys. So can you find directly adjoint A? Yes, this is a trick. And you should keep remember for 2 by 2 matrices, the trick of the adjoint A, you just have to interchange without making any changes. -4 upside, 2 downside, and change only the sign of the another diagonal 3 and 1. this whatever, sorry, 3 and 1, 3 minus 3, 1 minus 1, whatever obtained the matrix, it's none else, it is adjoint of A. So this is an important trick while making the such kind of question where the working is actually very long. So use it for just saving the time, or otherwise you want to do, you can complete make as I taught you yesterday. Okay, so what question says you have to verify, meaning you have to go LHS and RHS. So what is LHS? A into B whole inverse. A into B whole inverse, what is the meaning of A into B whole inverse? First of all, you have to multiply A and B. This will be a new matrix. Then find its inverse. Is A inverse equal to adjoint A upon determinant A? Similarly, it is none else. It is AB inverse. So what is AB inverse? Adjoint of AB upon determinant of AB. And A into B is another matrix. So first of all, I will find take A into B. So what is A? 2, 3, 1 minus 4. What is B? 1 minus 2 minus 1, 3. And now multiply them. First to first column. 2 ones are 2, 3 ones are 3. 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9. 1 ones are 1, 4 ones are 4. 1 2s are 2, 4 6s are 12. So what is A into B? Minus 1, 5, 5 minus 14. This is AB. Now you want to find AB whole inverse. What required AB whole inverse? So AB whole inverse is adjoint AB upon determinant AB. So okay, in 2 lines I will complete that. Adjoint AB. Because it is 2 by 2 matrices, I would suggest you find with the trick. It is acceptable. Don't worry about that. And you are afraid about to do this. Okay, you find C11, C12, C13, so C21, C22, and then find C and then find C dash. It will take time. It will take, definitely maybe long. So I would suggest you in this question particular, you can use a trick. Adjoint AB. What adjoint AB? The short trick is just interchange them and change their sign. Good enough. Adjoint A. Also what to find? Determinant AB. Why? Because in AB inverse we need this one. So what is the determinant of this? Minus 1, 5, 5, 14. So it is 14. 5 5s are 25. It is 11. It is 11. So determinant AB got. Now what to find out? In LHS it is AB whole inverse. So what is the formula of AB inverse? Adjoint AB upon determinant AB. What is adjoint AB? It is minus 14 minus 5 minus 5 minus 1 upon determinant is minus 11. So you can multiply minus inside the bracket, inside the matrices. It's 14, 5, 5, 1. And I would suggest you that don't do further work. It is their LHS. Now I'll go on RHS. What RHS says? RHS says B inverse into A inverse. So one by one you have to find B inverse and A inverse. So how to start? What is B inverse? Adjoint B upon determinant B. What is A inverse? Adjoint A upon determinant A. You need adjoint B. You need adjoint A. Okay, I'll find. What is B? What is B? 1 minus 2 minus 1 3. I will find two things. Adjoint B directly. Short trick. Use short trick. Interchange and sign. And for the determinant B also, because I need for B inverse adjoint B upon determinant B. Determinant B is 1 minus 2 minus 1 3. 3 ones are 3 minus 2 ones are 2 is equal to 1. And A is equal to what you had A. Look at A. 2 3 1 minus 4. So what is adjoint A? Interchange them and change the sign. And determinant A is what? Determinant A 2 3 1 minus 4. Open it by all the way. So minus 11. Now go on right hand side. What was right hand side? B inverse into A inverse. This one. Put the values, guys. What is B inverse? What is B inverse? Okay, I have yet to find out. What is B inverse meaning? Adjoint B upon determinant B and adjoint A upon determinant A. Put the values. Adjoint B 3 2 1 1. determinant B 1, and adjoint A minus 4, minus 3, minus 1, 2, and what is determinant A? Minus 11. 1 upon minus 11. Now multiply 1 by minus 11 into 1, it's 1 by minus 11. And multiply these two. First to first column 12, 2 ones are 2. First to second column 9, 2 twos are 4. Second to first column minus 4, minus 1, second to second column minus 3 plus 2. What comes finally? Minus 14, minus 5, and minus 1. Minus to multiply to minus inside the bracket, inside the matrices. 1 by 11 will remain same. 14, 5, 5 and 1. So whatever we got, this section and this section are same. So AB inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse, hence proved. So student, I think you have got and time gonna enough here. So do try 4.5 exercise as your level. We'll discuss some more questions tomorrow. Thank you.